Race play, Shannon Sharpe. Race play? I don't even want to talk about this. But the more videos I scroll past talking about Shannon Sharpe and this relationship that he had with this 19-year-old, and it's not just her with the race fetish. He obviously was turned on by these conversations as well, and he only released what she was saying.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like...
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this is right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzley, who is targeting Jay-Z. Tony Buzley targets...
Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to?
The whole thing of Shannon Sharpe being sued for $50 million has become even more bizarre. Katt Williams is now claiming that he made an effort to alert Shannon of the possibility of this same event. Shannon did not want to hear it though. Katt genuinely warned Shannon during his appearance on Club Shay Shay last year that being a black man in the business and acting irrationally without self-respect and lacking self-control when it comes to his sleeping habits could backfire.
Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I have that done with you.
Amen, amen.
I kind of moved it on there.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why did he get blackballed?
Yeah.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. Something you wasn't supposed to be doing.
You will tell it.
Now, let us fast forward to the present. An OnlyFans model has filed a complex lawsuit against Shannon, claiming that he did some extremely offensive things to her when she was 19 and he was 54. And here's the thing, Shannon acknowledged playing racial games with this woman. Fans are now casting a critical eye on Shannon, claiming that he may have simply mismanaged his money over his bizarre habits and perverted dreams.
We didn't make it about race. Shannon Sharpe did when he started going to find 19-year-old girls and training them how to degrade him racially in the bedroom. When he continued a relationship with somebody that was talking about she wanted his black baby gravy and wanted him to put a big black baby in her. And that's just the text messages that he released. So I know it's some more nasty, weirdo stuff in there beyond that. That's what he felt safe to show.
This is where it becomes even more profound though. Coincidentally, this case was filed just as Shannon was ready to clinch a $100 million media agreement. Furthermore, there were speculations a few months ago that he was attempting to interview Katt Williams for a part 2 of Club Shay Shay.
Katt Williams said he left career-ending knockout blows out of his Club Shay Shay interview.
If you think about everything he said that were going to happen, it came true. And the fact that he's saying, I held back a little bit, he probably has stuff on people and he just using jabs instead of throwing that haymaker.
There's a possibility that you might hear the haymakers very...
People are now making connections and questioning whether Shannon's lawsuit is a coincidence or if the gatekeepers are silencing her for promoting someone like Katt. What, however, did Katt say about Shannon's demise? Was it true that Shannon ignored Katt's warnings that the gatekeepers would exploit his personal shortcomings against him? Let us dissect this.
The liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer's over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer.
After the recent wild turn in the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, it appears that Katt Williams anticipated the entire situation. Months ago, Katt reportedly attempted to advise Shannon to tighten his circle, clean up his act, and stop providing the powers that be with ammunition to defeat him. However, Shannon chose not to listen, and now everything is unfolding precisely as Katt predicted. The most absurd part comes next. In case you missed it, on Sunday, April 20th, Jane Doe had filed a serious complaint against Shannon in Nevada, alleging that he had repeatedly scraped her throughout their relationship, which supposedly started when they met at a gym in Los Angeles in 2023.
This just in, the Texas attorney who targeted Sean Diddy Combs with dozens of civil lawsuits on behalf of John and Jane Doe's allegedly victimized by the music mogul has a new target in his sights: NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as
Tony Busby, a Houston-based attorney who recently made headlines for bringing numerous cases on behalf of Diddy's purported victims and even attempting to sue Jay-Z, is Jane Doe's attorney. Jane Doe asserts in her complaint against Shannon things went really dark during their short relationship. She claims it started off consensual but quickly took a turn. She claims that Shannon met her in 2023 when she was only 19 and he was 54. He immediately courted her until she consented to date him. However, Jane Doe alleges that Shannon began treating her like an object after they began having casual relationships. The lawsuit also states that Shannon somehow figured out how to get into Jane Doe's apartment complex without her knowing or giving him permission. It gets wilder though. According to Jane Doe, there was a gun close by that she could plainly see throughout the incident when Shannon reportedly lost it on her. According to the lawsuit, Jane Doe then goes on to claim that she tried to distance herself from Shannon after that viral IG live moment last September when he accidentally went live while with another woman named Michelle. However, Jane Doe claims that Shannon continued to pursue her. Additionally, she alleges that while she was crying on October 6, 2024, Shannon held her down and had her perform an act on him using his mouth. The purported assault did not end there. After this deed, she says Shannon scraped her once more. Additionally, there was another instance during an alleged occurrence in January 2025. According to the lawsuit, Shannon Sharpe isn't just a sports icon. He's something far worse. He is a flawed, narcissistic individual who has spent years using his fame, power, and influence to manipulate, control, subjugate, and fuck women. With this suit, plaintiff intends to put an end to this egregious conduct. Jane Doe is requesting $50 million in damages and a jury trial. In response to the complaint, Shannon sent a comment on social media through his attorney, Lanny Davis, as soon as it was made public. He also disclosed Jane Doe's identity in that statement, stating that she is Gabriella Zuniga, a fairly well-known figure on the internet, particularly on OnlyFans and Instagram, where she goes by the handle Carly. This is where it becomes even more bizarre, though. In addition to denying that the relationship was consensual, Shannon's testimony included some somewhat explicit text conversations. He claims, "The problem is that these messages actually made Shannon's situation much worse rather than better." Fans were already harshly criticizing him for playing with a 19-year-old at his advanced age, and now they are making fun of him even more after learning that he also enjoys race play. According to a statement from Shannon's attorney, Zuniga's lawsuit is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars, also adding that the suit is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In order to make a consensual encounter seem non-consensual, Tony Busby is reportedly going to release a videotape of Shannon and Zuniga. Shannon asserts that everything that transpired between him and Zuniga was a part of a consensual interaction, but it is obvious that he is trying to advance the story. Sensual adult relationship that Zuniga specifically wanted, involving role-playing, sexual terminology, and fantasy scenarios. Additionally, Shannon's attorney stated, Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. Regarding the audio tape that Jane Doe made public, Shannon's attorneys are now claiming that Zuniga significantly altered the clip to make it appear much worse than it actually was.
Everything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not looking at your body.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you said that one more time, I'm going to choke you out of you when I see you.
Well, I don't want to be true.
My family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Gen Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I wouldn't myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
But after that, things became even more chaotic. Shannon really offered Zuniga at least $10 million earlier this year to make the whole matter go away, as Shannon's own attorney had to acknowledge. So, while Shannon is accusing Zuniga of lying, he also offered her $10 million to end the whole situation. Why not immediately bring a defamation complaint, rather than paying to keep her silent if it is all a lie? Naturally, Tony Busby responded right away, stating that Shannon's attempt to suppress his accuser only indicates his concern that she had reliable evidence against him. On Instagram, Busby posted, on the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claim that the case filed by Jane Doe is mirrorless. Yet on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. That is a true statement. Jane Doe was in fact offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigation. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We are not going to be deterred by these tactics. Just when you thought things could not get any stranger, there were rumors that Katt Williams had made several attempts to warn Shannon about his careless behavior and lack of self-control. Katt reportedly informed Shannon that the people in charge could use his personal decisions to undermine him. As you can see, Shannon has been the subject of numerous shady accusations over the years, including claims that he leaked his own private recording to quell suspicions and that he was on the DL. At the age of nearly 60, Shannon was out there acting completely carelessly. Supporters are also pointing out that Shannon gave them something to target even if he did not do anything wrong, and the industry pursued him as a form of punishment. Nobody made him interfere with racing play or become engaged with a 19-year-old of his age. Therefore, Shannon made himself an easy target by lacking morals and discipline, even if he was the target. One admirer stated, "The more that comes out about the Shannon Sharpe situation, the more I'm looking at Shannon Sharpe sideways. Man is a damn weirdo, messing with a 19-year-old at 54 years old and into race play." Ernest Owens, an award-winning journalist, also attacked Shannon, writing, "A 54-year-old black man was engaging in a race played with a 19-year-old white girl. I'm not supporting Shannon Sharpe, period. The end. It's legal, but it's also disgusting." Someone also said, time and time again, Shannon Sharpe just continues to prove Katt Williams' point with the "you have an unnatural allegiance to losers that's not like you" quote. Let us hear your opinions on the matter, though. Are the higher-ups really punishing Shannon Sharpe for putting folks like Katt Williams on the platform? And do you believe that his careless and unruly movements caused him to mishandle his own bag? Please leave a remark below. Do not forget to watch the next video.